Hello everyone, welcome to Mage Knight. It's been, I think, a couple months since I played this, right? September? The other day, the author of the Tabletop Simulator mod showed up in my Discord and was like, hey, you planning to play anytime soon? I have some new things I want you to look at. And, I just sort of play rarely when the mood strikes me. But being reminded of Mage Knight is like, oh, wouldn't it be cool to play some Mage Knight? And B, like, I don't know, this mod author has given me hours of a good time. I figured what would it hurt me to do a Mage Knight video in, not repayment exactly, but there's a word like that I can't think of. So I thought, sure, let's give it a go. Certainly the UI looks more orange. I don't know. I figured I would play Volkare's Quest. Often I play Conquest, because I do think Conquest is kind of the best scenario, but I can't remember what difficulty settings are interesting. And so sometimes I start a Conquest and I just set it too high, and I'm like, well, I shouldn't have set it that high, and I kind of feel bad for just making myself have a miserable time. So we're going to play Volkare scenario, and I like Quest more than Return because you don't have to game when you explore, which just seems like a stupid mechanic to me. You're just actually in a race. I'm playing it on the lowest difficulty setting, Daring and Fair. The rulebook says Volkare at any difficulty is quite hard. I don't disagree with that. It's been a while since I played it, so I don't know. This is probably something I can win, but it should at least be interesting, right? So let's just get started. I'm picking a random Mage Knight. No other weird modifications. And as I often do, well, for some games anyway, I'm playing this with the sound muted, so you won't hear the occasional shuffles and clinks of game components moving around, but that doesn't really matter very much. And the benefit of that is that both you and I get to listen to our own music while this is playing, without you having to listen to mine, basically, which would be, I would get copyright struck for hours. Okay, so what are we doing? We're playing, this is Tovak, right? Why does it show this smart play area hover? Once I choose a tactic, it'll go away, I guess? Hope so. So the idea is we start down here, and so does Volkare. Where is his... Wait, doesn't he? No. He starts up here, and he's coming... Okay, right. In Volkare's return, he would start here. And we would explore. But okay, and there's city... The city tiles are guaranteed to be here, aren't they? Is my recollection for how this setup works? Anyway, we have to beat him up before he gets into the portal and succeeds. This whole area is, what's the word I'm thinking of? An arena to level up and get goodies in, so that we're strong enough to kill him. Because as you can see, he has a number of monsters aiding him. Boy, I'm so used to playing like 2-player Volkare on like a higher difficulty. This is just nothing. Obviously, for a single Mage Knight, this is not a trivial fight or anything, right? But I'm used to the greens just going off the map, off the screen, off the mat, I guess is what I meant. And my recollection also is that unlike solo with a dummy, solo with Mage Knight, you don't have to put back... you don't have to throw away tactics you've used. Shouldn't I have a hand, though? You get to see a hand before you... Before you pick a tactic. Am I crazy? I'm going to check the rulebook real quick. BRB. Yeah, it says step 3 of... No. Yes. 1 round of the game... Step 2G is that each player should blah, 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 shuffle their hand, draw cards up to their hand size. And then step 3, which comes right after 2G, is choose tactics. So, I don't know. Something about this new update maybe got something wrong. I'll shuffle and draw 5 myself. Now I'll choose a tactic. I guess I could even go a little further and move this out of the way if I were worried that choosing a tactic might draw me another 5 cards, but I bet it won't. So I have a bunch of move, a threaten, and a rage. I'm going to be here. Okay, so we probably want to go to like one of these 2 spots. I do like monasteries. Okay, what does this red do? This is, he just, yeah, if he rolls a red when he's resting, he'll scare these units away. Unlike Volkare's Quest, he doesn't add new units. Unlike his Volkare's Return, excuse me. So these guys might disappear, which is a little annoying because they're the only ones hireable at a monastery. They cost 7. Any red dice in the source? No. It would be really nice to use my threaten to hire the Northern Monks. But without red mana, that's tough. I can power a stamina to get 1 reroll, but maybe Volkare will give me a reroll as well. So what does that all mean? I mean, obviously Promise would be a great way to hire the monks. I could go for a rethink. But a bunch of moves to start with is not so bad. And then we would maybe go this way. So I guess as so often, I'll choose planning. I don't know, will I? Planning and Great Start are like the 2 good ones, usually. The downside in competitive play is that you go kind of slowly with them, but who plays Mage Knight competitively, I ask you? Yeah, I'll just take the planning. Even in single player, like Volkare, you want to go faster than he does. So this is, one reason he drew an earlier card than me is that I chose planning. Rethink he chose. Okay, so he'll take a turn, which is to rest. And he rolled gold? Shouldn't that have had some effect on the dice here? I don't remember how that works, but... No, I guess when... No, wait. Maybe only when moving, taking an actual turn. Yeah, when he draws a rest, which is a wound, the die he rolls affects the unit order. When taking a non-rest turn, the die he rolls affects the source, I think. It's been a while since I had to do this by hand or think about it, thanks to this mod. Alright, so I'll just power a stamina and then play a march as well. That's 5 moves, and you only need 3, 4... Sorry, that's 6 moves. You only need 5 to get here. And I'm not really prepared to fight these... Or to, well, either fight or barter with these monks just yet. So I'm just going to end the turn here. A little slow for a first turn. Hopefully you're not going to get punished too much for that. That is too much damn black. Yeah, my hand size should be 6, I agree. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that'll do it. He rests and again does not steal the monks away from me. So I got my promise and I got one of Tovak's fancy cards, the Instinct. Not that I need it at the moment. So we're going to spend the turn interacting with the locals, i.e. shopping. I'll power this promise for influence 4. I'll play a threaten, 5/6. Sideways stamina for 7, I guess? Right? Actually, hang on. Do I want to buy an advanced action as well? Could I muster 13 influence? No? Okay, just checking. Oh, Pathfinding is so good. Maybe I should stick around. Buy another skill from them. Pathfinding is such a great move. Well, I mean, I'll keep the instinct. If I draw any red mana, I can pick that up, I guess. Is it possible I should keep the threaten because it can go up to 5, whereas this only goes up to 4? We only need 6. It'll be fine. I'll take the monks now. And I'll end turn. Draw to 6, yep. Ooh. Well, there is red at least. He's still resting. Volkare has not moved an inch. So I think it's pretty promising to buy a pathfinding from them. At the moment, though, I have an absolutely sick hand for combat, right? So I could just fight the monks and get an artifact from them. I'd like to do that later. I wish I had green mana available to concentrate an instinct, then I could just save the rest. Okay, well, I don't love spending my whole round 1 just shopping, because you do need experience. I'll get some fighting these monks, but I would have liked a little bit more. Honestly, I think the swiftness is less likely to be useful in fighting monks. Unless there's a green mana, and then concentrate swiftness is kind of bananas, but 2 rages pretty much kills any monk. With the concentrate to give you mana. So this is 6, which, let me double check, I guess, is how much it costs at a monastery to buy an advanced action. Yes. I'm a good customer. Ooh, you could even take Rush of Adrenaline, actually, instead. Because we know we're fighting monks, right? This could be a way to ignore one of the wounds we're likely to get. It would mean giving up on pathfinding forever, though, which really stinks. I love pathfinding. Yep, movement is so important in this game, and pathfinding is great at it. Let's end turn. Okay, could you reroll one of these damn dice, please, Volkare? Oh, never mind. This is sick. I have mana draw? Okay, GG, you stupid monks. He rests again. Alright, now we'll show these monks our gratitude by murdering them and stealing their holy artifact. Yeah, I was thinking about these guys, actually, as one of the monks that require an absolute ton of damage, which is why it would be nice to have 2 rages instead of like a swiftness, which does a little less damage. So, our first combat here, I don't know, like, I'm not explaining the rules of Mage Knight. I've done a bunch of videos of Mage Knight before. If you go watch the first one, I think I play in more detail. This is for the Mage Knight aficionados out there who already know how things are done. Now, we have a unit who can help us with fights, but they refuse to help us with such a... What do you call an act that's like, you know, unredeemable? Kind of like disgusting? Odious? Ooh, there's a good word. The odious act of burning down a monastery, which is what we're doing here. So, these guys, I mean, can we block here? Is that even possible? I don't think so. There's no way I'm blocking 6. They're attacking for 3, and it's fire attack, so I would need 3 ice block, which these guys would provide, but they're not willing to help. But I just take the wounds. It hits me for effectively 6, because it's 3 brutal damage, so I take 6. Armor of 2 is 3 wounds, no problem. Obviously, I'd rather have 0. And we take mana draw, powered white. Take a mana die from the source and set it to any color except gold. I choose green. Technically, this mana die should be in my area because, like, I own it. But you're not... And then it says don't re-roll it when you put it back in the source. So if you leave it here, it doesn't get re-rolled. In a multiplayer game, you should be a little more careful and make sure you have it. Like, if both players are like in a cooperative city assault, basically, you need to make sure the other player doesn't accidentally use this die while you have it. But here, most of the time in solo, you just set it in the middle, and even most of the time in multiplayer. So this sets it to a color. Gain 2 mana tokens usable this turn only. Oh wait, why did I choose green? I don't want green. I want red. What is red? 5? Yes. So I'll play 2 attacks of size 4. This guy is resistant to physical damage, so each one only does 2, but that's enough to defeat him. Is there some way I can be more clever about this? Remember, this die was black if I want to roll something back. Like, if I gave myself green, I could concentrate, but that's just worse. Yeah, I don't know. It would be nice to have some green in here for next turn, but I don't think I can arrange that without just wasting resources. And, indeed, wasting the green card that would want the green mana to begin with. So, okay. Before I hit end turn and level up, let's go look at the artifact reward I'm getting. You're supposed to get your combat rewards before your level up rewards. Banner of Fear. The card's so good, they had to nerf it. What was the strong effect? Was it just like nobody attacks or something crazy like that? That's my recollection. Circlet of Protection. I mean, a little bad early, maybe. Just because there's so few skills offered. But the skills are usually pretty good, right? I mean, or there's Banner of Fear, obviously. I could assign this to my monks. And that would save me a lot of problems in some combat or other. Am I likely to encounter another combat this round? Maybe I could get up here. I'd really like to get up here, actually. And pathfinding might be able to arrange that. Yeah, I guess it will. Okay. So I can do this fight, but blocking 3 damage basically doesn't even matter. I'll take the circlet, I guess. Alright, level up, please. You maniacs, you burned it all to hell! I don't think that's in the rulebook, but the mod author implemented it just for fun. Conquest rewards. Gain a new skill token. I can choose between... what is this? For each resistance the enemy has, reduce their armor by 1. Amazing. Or sharpshooting. Night sharpshooting. Night sharpshooting? I don't think of Tovak as a nighttime guy. I guess Norawas has the day sharpshooting, right? Huh. I know Arethia has nighttime skills. I never really thought of Tovak as having them, but okay, fair enough. I mean, these are both fine. At the moment, sharpshooting seems more useful, and at night it'll be pretty cool too. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's also the issue... The circlet, of course, is going to let me gain access to one of these, like, coming right up. The ones I don't take. So, I don't know. I could have left the sharpshooting up there and had it twice this round, but it's not even good right now. So, anyway. And a new advanced action. Gosh. Blood Ritual and Blood Rage. I do love blood things. And I like crystals. I'm a big fan of mana in this game. Ambush is solid, don't get me wrong. And so is Blood Rage. But I think it's just a Blood Rage ritual right now. Okay, Volkare still chilling. Boy, how many wounds are in his deck? I mean, he has remaining 35 cards, 20 of them move, so I see. His deck starts out at half wounds, and we've flipped heads 5 times in a row. Okay. Right, 20 wounds, 20 cards. Okay. That's fine. I mean, either way is whatever. Wound up with a bunch of blue and red here, huh? Well. My turn, I'll play Pathfinding to move 2, and Swiftness to move another 2. And this reduces the cost of all terrains by 1. So this forest, which would normally take 3 to move into, takes only 2, so I have 4 move. And I can land here. I could even fight this guy now, I suppose, to save a turn. If I were willing to take, like, 1 wound. But I already have these wounds I'd like to get rid of. I don't think I mind spending turns sitting here in the glade where they get healed for free. Actually, wait a sec. I could move here, right? Pathfinding gives you enough move to get here instead of here. And then I could fight this guy, which gives me enough experience that I could, or enough fame that I would level up, whereas this doesn't. But sitting on a glade for a few turns is really a nice bonus to have. Any chance I could get to this glade, actually? I don't think so. I only have 5 move if I played the concentration sideways. And that wouldn't get me here. If I could somehow power Pathfinding, that would be something else. Just powered Pathfinding itself would get me there. But Concentration's weak effect doesn't give you green tokens, and its strong effect requires green mana, so I don't think I can do it. Anyway, I'll end here, and I'll not fight. So, end of turn, when you're sitting in a glade, you get to remove 1 wound from your hand or discard pile. So I will do that. End turn. Yes, I've removed a wound. He's moved! He did it! He went blue, and one of the blue dice he re-rolled into gold. What a bro. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, Blood Ritual's in hand, huh? Boy, this is a way to make a lot of mana, and not a way to fight at all. I mean, it kind of is, right? Actually, now that I look at it, yeah, the fight's just easy mode. Alright, watch this. We're going to fight these guys. Oh, actually, am I? Hang on. Should I move first? No, I don't have any moves. Any left? Yes, I can explore with... I guess that card must be... No, it's not improvisation. I already took my instinct, which is Tovak's improvisation. Cold Toughness, and what else haven't I drawn? If there's another move, I had both staminas. It must be my last March. Or my last Swiftness? I don't think so. Anyway, so, he's attacking me. You'll notice I don't have any cards that block. These guys could block, but I want to use them to attack, right? So what I will do is I will play my Circlet of Proficiency. It's a skill that's usable each turn. The skill I choose, by the way, is this one. When I will ignore the next 2 points of damage to my hero from a single physical attack. Twice. So I will ignore the next 4 points of damage from this idiot who's attacking for only 3. Get blocked. And then I will spend my Northern Monks to attack for 3, and they're dead. Great. I'll finish off my turn by crystallizing a blue mana as green. And so I never quite understood. Blood Ritual strong and weak effect always seem basically the same to me. Like, if you have red mana, you should always take the bottom action because it's strictly better, but it's not, like, way better, right? Because either way, if you Blood Ritual without spending mana, then you've gained 2 spendable mana, right? A red and any color. So that's a net of 2. If you power Blood Ritual spending red, you gain 3 mana, again a net of 2, and you can freely crystallize any one of them. So, right? As long as you have access to red mana, I feel like it's always best, regardless of everything else, if you're playing Blood Ritual, to pay the red mana for it. There's so little in Mage Knight where like A is strictly better than B, but I feel like Blood Ritual is one of those cards. It's just slightly more flexible in what color of mana you get, and you get to crystallize just as much or even more flexibly, right? So anyway, I'll power the Blood Ritual with the gold mana that I get from starting on the Glade. Take another wound. It's worth it to get that crystal. I'll gain 3 mana tokens. I guess I'll choose red, red, and red. And then I'll put red. So it's the same as I would have gotten by playing the basic effect of red crystal. Oh, actually, yeah, I have green. I could take another green because I have Concentrate already. And I have March coming up. There's gold in the source, that's fine. It's just like, I don't know, 2 of my strongest cards are green, but also I have Blood Ritual. Well, I was just saying the Blood Ritual's basic effect is not that much worse than its advanced effect, right? Maybe I will just take 2 greens. Nice. I love green. All right. And I will end my turn, but not level up, sadly. Your good reminder, yes? Remove a wound because I ended in the Glade. Okay. Oh, nope, remove, like that. Yes, it was March and Cold Toughness, okay. Volkare's still chilling. Yeah, I mean, we're not really going to win any combats today, so I'll just concentrate on marching to move 6. The strong effect of this +2 from concentrate. I'll spend 2 move exploring. 4 left. I mean, the annoying thing is I could fight these guys, I just couldn't kill them. If I still had the monks, I could spend blue mana and kill them. And a blue mana here would block. But I think I'm just done for the turn and the round, so Let's heal this wound for ending in the glade and waste the other 4 move and turn. Volkare is still resting. I'm going to call end of round. I will not take this turn, therefore I don't get the wound healing. I just didn't take my turn at all. All right, that's the end of day 1. Oh, you do have to remove the one you... Okay. But not both, I guess? Now we... This time it did draw me my 5 cards. Look at this green hand. Just so wacky, by the way. The card art for Pathfinding is just like zooming in a little on March. Like, come on. I do like the art in this game reasonably. Like, there's a few cards I'm not in love with, but they're all pretty distinctive and not ugly. I think the same thing is true for Blood Rage, right? Blood Rage is just zoomed in Rage. Intimidate might be zoomed in Threaten, now that I think about it. It's certainly very similar. It might just be the same art as Threaten, but I don't think that's right. Anyway. So we didn't get to find out who's here, which is too bad. I can just ice this guy, huh? I have enough sharp range damage to just take him out even through his armor physical resistance. I could do 6 ranged. He's not fortified, so sure. I just need 2 here and 4 by concentrating on swiftness. Plenty of green mana in the source, plus I have some here if I needed it. Usually I like to take Sparing Power in the last night, and Preparation is a pretty powerful effect when you need it. The other good night card is usually Mana Search. I don't need it right now, really. But it might be helpful later in the night, I guess. Long Night's also not bad. That's not true. It kind of is bad. Because if you take extra turns, Volkare gets extra turns. It's not really any advantage. He's what you're racing against, right? So, yeah, I'll just take the Mana Search. I mean, Mana Search is potentially useful to keep around for later when you really can do powerful stuff with your mana if you have spells or whatever. But, well, speaking of spells, there's a Mage Tower nearby. Any cool spells? Tremor's pretty alright. It's not as good in Volkare's quests as it is in Conquest, because enemies generally aren't fortified in the big final fight, but it's still a nice thing to do because there's so many enemies. There's like 10 damage for a single card. Pretty cool. Wings of Wind isn't bad either. Moves very, very far. Yeah, good spells. Anyway, yeah, Mana Search still seems fine. I don't know, whatever. Volkare takes Preparation. I have black mana because I started in a glade. That's not useful to me. I have no ways to spend black mana. I'm just going to play a March. I'm going to move from here to here. And because I moved from a spot adjacent to this guy to another spot adjacent to this guy, he is provoked. I must end my turn here and fight him. Or end my movement here and fight him. Obviously, I would have had the option to challenge him anyway, even if he weren't provoked, but he was, so. We're going to just kill this guy. Here's 2 ranged attack, and here's 5 more. That's 7. You have only 3 armor, so although you have physical resistance, 7 is still more than twice 3, so you are defeated. I can't crystallize anything. This black mana is not useful at the moment. I don't have access to more of the source, so end turn. Yeah, my hand size is 5 now, I agree. And our level up reward was we got this token, so I'm slightly better at taking damage, and I'm allowed to host the second unit now. Man, he is really slow today. Okay. No blue in the source. That is a bit of a bummer. Punished for moving out of the glade, I guess. I might go back. Feels bad, but I just want to crystallize and heal this, I think. Yeah, so move 2. Oh no, this costs 5 to move into because it's night now. Ugh. I mean, if I power it, then I can get in no problem. But I want to be able to power to put some mana into crystallize. Shoot. I just thought, yeah, let's move towards the mage tower. Next thing I want to do is fight the mages, right? I mean, I guess I'll do that. This isn't a great hand for it. With no access to blue. Actually, it's kind of bad, right? I might get pretty badly beat up and not even succeed at killing them with no blue mana. Oh, I have Mana Search. Okay. Let's reroll. I mean, it's not that likely that I'll hit blue, is it? I could hit gold or black, which are worse, but getting some movement. Yeah, let's reroll both whites, I guess. The thing about white is that I could hit my mana draw, which would enjoy some white mana. But right now, I think I want a lot of blue, so let's reroll these two. Hey, blue and red. Okay. That makes me feel a lot better about fighting at the mage tower. This could block a lot. This could attack a lot. I'll go for it. I just want to... And I have this attack as well, right? Just want to be efficient with my moves. This is move 2, reducing the cost of deserts from... During the day, it's too hot, so desert costs 5. At night, it's 3. I'm reducing it by 1 to 2, and just marching in there with pathfinding. Alright, this should be no problem. How much more do I need to deal with these guys? I have to spend my unit. Because I can't come up with 6 damage. I mean, I guess I could. I have 2 here, 2 here, and then I could play 2 sideways cards. But I would kind of like crystallize, and also... Well, there's no one to hire besides the scouts here. I mean, I could buy a spell. I'll get a spell as my reward for defeating them, which is cool. You know, maybe I could buy another. So I could hang on to influence to do that. How bad is my reputation? Well, it's about to get worse. -1. So it cost me 8 influence to buy a spell. It's not impossible. Yeah, so all that said, I think I want to spend the units to attack. So, what that means is... Oh, gosh. Any chance I could block 6? What is this? Each ability or color of attack. Unless it has arcane immunity. But it does have arcane immunity. So this can only produce 5 ice block. I can't, like, produce a billion and block in with just this. The thing is, I don't want to take this hit, because the poisonous wounds... I would get 4 wounds added to my deck. So I would sort of like to block. I think I'm going to have to do that. So, alright. This is block 5. Sadly, the crystallize is not sticking around. It's block 6. So no wounds in combat. Or in the attacks, or the blocks phase? Yes, now we play the melee attacks phase. I need you to attack 3, please. This is 2 more because it's night, and this is 1 more. That's 6. So I can spend my whole hand to take no damage. My whole hand and my unit. I was hoping to keep a couple of these cards, but it's not worth the 4 wounds. Now, I'm not sure, really, which of these spells to take. There's green mana in the source, which means it'll be a little bit easier to buy Tremor if I end up being able to do that. Oh, also I have 2 green crystals, I guess. So I can buy Tremor anyway. The one that might be a little bit tough to liberate is Wings of Wind, and I would sort of like them both. So I think I'll take the Wings of Wind, which will be useful to have on the way back. It's not very useful at the moment, but I don't know. I mean, it could get me to this glade now that I look at it. It's not so bad. To fight this guy and rest up. It's kind of a lateral move towards my goal of getting up here. I don't think the cities are guaranteed to be here, by the way. I think it can be any of these tiles, right? I don't know. Maybe they are here. It can't just be this one, can it? What are the rules for Volkare's quest? That's not how I looked that up. I don't remember. Oh, actually, he opened the mod author. I say he. I don't actually know. Pardon me. Opens these rule books, I thought, to the relevant page for your, like, this is Volkare's level. Shouldn't it somewhere there's a reference for the scenario that I don't know about? This is a rules reminder. Your deck. Expansion rule books? No. Scenario book. Oh, it's in the Ultimate Edition rule book. Well, okay, go to page 16, I guess. Scenario list. But this is the base game scenario list. This isn't Volkare. Volkare's quest, page 15 of this one. Okay, so where's the setup? Map shape, yeah. Okay. It doesn't say anything special about where to put the cities here, as far as I can tell. What even is this supposed to be? Oh, Volkare's camp, I guess. Okay, so I think the city tiles could be any of these, for what that's worth. All right. What was I doing? I was thinking about, yeah, I'll take the Wings of Wind as my reward for the combat. I'll in turn level up. And I get a skill and an advanced action. Oh, this is such a weird one. You gain a mana, and then next turn someone can use it, and if they, well, someone being you, and if you use it, you get +4 maybe of whatever they would get. Oh no, the size thing. I don't know. This is new. This must be part of the new UI update to have this size text on stuff. Doesn't work apparently. Also, why does it seem to be making the spaces large? It looks like it's trying to. The size doesn't. I don't know. It looks like it's trying to affect the size of the spaces in between the paragraphs, which is a weird thing to want. Anyway, so what is... yeah, you get a mana token of any color. If you use a mana of the same color to power deed, it gets +4. So, I mean, these are all cool. But it's really hard to go wrong with motivation. And, I could pick up Ambush. Mountain Lore is okay. There is a mountain right here. It'd be kind of fun to stand on, but I probably won't. I'll take the... I mean, Blood of Ancients, I don't know. It's early enough, I guess you could. And, like, in principle, maybe I'm good enough at dealing with wounds. I mean, I'm not. I don't have any way to deal with wounds at the moment except for standing in glades. And my one, what's that green card you start with? Restoration? Rejuvenation? It's Restoration, right? What's that card called? Tranquility. Okay, I don't know why I thought... Is Rejuvenation the one that Norwath starts with? Restoration is just like a spell or something? I don't know. Anyway, I got my skill. What's my advanced action? Oh, ambush is just nice. Making your ranged attacks bigger is just a very powerful effect. Yeah, I have gained all these things. I will end turn. Volkare still chilling? Okay, he's going to be on the warpath when he does finally start moving, huh? Alright, start a turn. I'll use Mana Steel to reroll 2 of these reds. Garbage. Well, might be tough to buy Tremor from him. Maybe I've made a mistake, but oh well. I don't have any influence. I'm not waiting around. Let's Blood Ritual, taking a wound. Gain a red crystal and a white token. Spend the white token here. That's awkward. You need move points as well, huh? Okay. Well, in that case, I guess I have to use up the ambush. Actually, this isn't so bad, is it? Hang on. This is the wrong way to do this. Put that back. Put that back. Put that back. You're supposed to power the Blood Ritual, you dummy. Don't you remember that? Anytime you have access to red mana, I claimed, it's always right to spend it on this. So let's try that. I already took my wound. I forgot to put that back. So, gain 3 mana tokens of any colors. I choose green, green, white, and white. Spend this one first, technically. I get move 4, and my next attack will be larger by 2. Or my next block, but guess what? I'm not blocking. I'll spend 3 of the 4 moves on a Wings of Wind to move 3 revealed spaces. 1, 2, 3. Normally, of course, you can't move through enemies or whatever. But Wings of Wind is a spell, and it just moves revealed spaces for each move you spend. It doesn't say, it doesn't provoke rampaging enemies. You can even move through them. Just move through revealed spaces. You end your move on a safe space, but you don't have to be safe while moving. So I'm here. I have 1 move left. Sadly, can't really do anything with it. And then I will play Swiftness. Well, before I guess technically before all that happens, I will challenge this idiot. And I will power a Swiftness to ranged attack 3. But actually, because of the powered ambush, it's 5. And this guy's just dead in ranged. Technically, I mean, it's 7. But this is why mana is so busted. Like, right? This is why I love cards like anything that gives you access to mana crystals, etc. So, Blood Ritual, I could pay 1 mana of a basic color to gain a crystal, but I'm spending all 3 of this, so... This would be a chance, I guess, if I wanted. I could say, oh, I'll gain a blue, a white, and a white. I'll crystallize the blue, and then I'll spend the green here. I could change the colors of my mana crystals, but I love green. I ain't moving. So, that's the end of this combat, and because I'm in a glade, I get to heal a wound. And we get a little fame, and our reputation is maybe a little bit more redeemed here. Volkare has moved! I thought it was never going to happen. Okay. Well, we're still really close to the beginning. We took kind of a lateral move here, but that's fine. It's actually not... Well, wait. Never mind. I was going to claim that exploring this tile is useful because it would make it... You're not allowed to flip this tile. There's a rule about when you can reveal new tiles. And for countryside tiles, these green ones, it's very generous. You can reveal it if it's like either already touching two other tiles that are revealed, or it's touching a tile that's touching two other tiles, basically. So this one would qualify because it touches this, and this touches these two. For core tiles, it has to be touching two other revealed tiles. And I thought, oh, revealing this would make it easier to... But no, this isn't. Anyway. Excuse me. How many cards in deck? 6. Okay. I think... What mana do I want to reuse or to re-roll? The black obviously is bad, but I'm thinking I'll use mana draw to turn that blue and then get like move 8, which seems pretty cool. In which case, there would already be like a second blue in the source. So I think I would want to re-roll this one and try to get it to be more useful. Let's do that. That's what my mana search is doing. Great, I made gold mana. Amazing, in any time but night. During night, it sucks. Oh, plus motivation gives me blue mana, so I really don't need much blue. I don't think I need to motivate right now. No wounds left, right? I've been dealing with them all? Yes. So it might be fun to chill out in this glade and get access to more free healing, but I'm just going to take a white mana and turn this gold mana blue, which is 2. Yep. Get 2 blue tokens. Spend the first of them on a stamina. Powered, of course. Well, that's what it means to spend it. And I'll spend that exploring. Let's see what's up here. I have 2 move left. An enemy. Amazing. Okay. 2 move left. I'll happily spend exploring here. Now I'm out of move. Well, I guess I might as well get moving. I'll stamina. Powered again for 4 move. And move here. I have 1 move left, but I can't really do anything with it. And I'll spend my tranquility to heal my last wound. Yeah, and I'll wait till next turn to motivate. Here you go, Volkare. Moves green again. Okay. Well, I'm glad I'm going this way, I guess. Sorry, I can't quite clear on my throat today. So we'd like to fight this guy, but we'd like to do so while standing on this red mine, if that's achievable without too much investment. Is this card blue? It's threatened. So the motivation mana will not be helpful to me. What will I do with the circlet? Move once and block extra. That's kind of nice. Because I want 1 move to get here. block wouldn't be bad. What is it? You treat this as a block, right? It's not like your next block is bigger? Correct. No, it is your next block is bigger. Okay. Well, okay. I guess first I should mana draw. And colors I don't want include black and blue. So let's reroll those two. Blue and gold, even worse. Okay, whatever, no big deal. Let's motivation. And I mean, this combat is so easy, right? I don't have the details worked out, but it could not possibly go badly. There's no way I'm going shopping, right? Yeah. So I think what I will do is play the circlet here on Spirit Guides. So I get move 2, and I can add +2 to any block. That plus a sideways threaten. I guess this should be on 45, shouldn't it? I do occasionally like to... I use like this rotation to indicate not that it's played sideways, but I'm discarding it. That hasn't come up this game because I have Instinct instead of Motivation, which is the main card that makes you discard stuff, but sometimes other cards do it. I was wondering why it felt like stuff was rotating a little bit faster than it should, and I finally realized it's because I usually play Mage Knight at 45. Anyway, so this is move 3. Enough to get me here, which provokes this guy. I need to play any card sideways for block. I guess I'll play it up. So this would block 2, but because the circlet played Spirit Guides twice, it's actually block 4. You're blocked. Now I will play 2. Oh, there's actually no red mana? It's a little annoying. I actually have to spend 2 of these killing him? I sort of thought this +2 damage would make everything easy. Okay, well, fair enough. I guess this is how I have to block. That's a little sad. I mean, 2 of these are... One of these is blocking, the other 2 are attacking. It's fine. It would have been nice to roll some red, but that's life. I mean... Given that I didn't roll red, I guess I could choose to delay fighting this guy, but I want to get out of the round. Don't give Volkare more free turns. Yeah, so that looks like the combat, right? Taking 0 because I'm blocking 3, and then attacking 4, +2 is 6. Got him. Oh, thank you for the reminder. I haven't gained a crystal from the mine. That was the whole reason this was cool. He moves blue. Yeah. Coming right up on me, I guess. Alright, I could play this sideways to get a turn in which I gain a red mana. I don't think that's an incredible turn. I think I'd rather just skip this round. Skip this turn, ending the round. So... So we need to explore this tile and then this one to get into the core tiles, which is where the cities are. What tactic do I need? I don't really know what I'm going to be facing anytime soon. I don't think Great Start is all that hot right now, but everything looks... I guess I could Mana Steal the red or something weird like that. I don't think I should do that. It does like give you access to 1 extra mana on some future turn, but usually just doesn't do anything. Maybe I'll just rethink the Promise and Pathfinding. Because I just want to go... I want normal moves right now, I think. Yeah, that's good enough, I guess. I can save Great Start for next, the final day. Oh, he's still faster than me. What a bitch. Technically, I guess I was supposed to choose my rethink before he, before I see his tactic. The Pathfinding I'd like later. The Promise I'd like later. These are good enough, I think. Yeah. So just 2, please. Okay. So you don't want to get too close to Volkare. If you're right next to him, he can fight you, which is a setback, but not necessarily the hugest deal in the world. Do I want to use my circlet on anything at the moment? I mean, not yet. I don't know what I'm going to face. I'm just going to concentrate powered with gold on a stamina to move 6. 2, 4. It's going to be tough to come up with 3 blue mana, I think. I mean, there's this and this and this. I guess I could do it. It's a nice direction to be going in as well. 2 move remains. How about this fight? I could spend my unit and my circlet to deal with this fight, but I want the circlet to give me access to more blue mana with this ability for the temple, I think, or whatever this is. Altar, I think. So... Oh, and this gives me gold mana, of course. That'll help with this. Sure. Well, in that case, maybe I do fight this guy. I don't necessarily want to explore this first, because A, I might not want to spend my move exploring, and B, if there's an enemy here, it'll make walking to this square much more difficult. Obviously, I have a bunch more move I can use. But is this how exactly? If I spend stamina, I get to here. And then I fight this guy, let's say. There's blue in the source. I have blue here, blue from circlet. So that's already enough without needing any crystals. It does cost my motivation, though. Or I could use the circlet now for move and block. But I guess blocking this guy sucks anyway, doesn't it? Well, not quite. I could play circlet. Here's the thing I could do. I could play these 2 cards. This as move 2, block 2, basically. This as block 2. That's a block 4. And then this could kill him, right? The problem is that I really do need the circlet to make sure I have a 3rd blue mana. No, I don't. Because I'm on a gold square. I'm on the glade. And so I'll have the blue in the source, assuming he doesn't reroll it like a jerk. And blue from motivate and blue from the glade, right? I think this is a fair risk. And I think the thing is I could do all this while also spending my stamina to explore this tile before I start the fight. But I think stamina will always be just... Or, I guess, yeah. I could do that next round instead, which would help if there's a monster here, making it difficult to get to the glade otherwise. I think I just want to make sure I get through my deck quickly. So, okay, here's what we're going to do. I still have one move floating. This was a move 4... No, a move 6. I have 2 move floating. I've moved 2, explored 2. I have 2 move left. I'll spend this circlet once again as spirit guides to move 2 and then block 2. Now I have 4 move. I'll spend 3 of it going here. I have 1 move. I'll play stamina for 2 more and explore this. Okay, no monster, not punished. I have 1 move left, which I'll not use. I'll challenge this guy. I'll play Instinct on block. And with Spirit Guides played twice, it's a block 4, which handles his attack. I need 3 damage. 1, 4. And we got him. I rolled another blue. Amazing. So even if Volkare takes my blue, I'll be fine. I believe I own no wounds. Certainly there are none in the discard. Indeed, I own none. Okay. A blue spell. Oh no, here he comes. All right. Oh, I have 6 cards because I flipped another command token. Nice. Well, this is certainly way more mana than I than I need. Great, I'll take it. Well, I believe I do want a blood ritual. Gaining, I mean, blue, blue, and blue, I think, right? I'll spend this gold mana to power March. I have to take a wound. And I will not crystallize any of this blue, I guess? It's a little sad. I could instead use this as blue and take a green and then turn this green into blue. But I keep saying I love my green mana, and I think that's still true. So anyway, I have 4 move. I'll spend 3 of it getting here. Am I going to explore this tile as well? It's pretty good to explore this. Boy, it would have been really nice if I'd managed to flip this tile yesterday, huh? At night, but I clearly couldn't. I could only really get to there. Yeah, I remember I had like a move 2. I could have gotten here, but I couldn't have flipped both of these tiles for sure. It's nice to start around with the core tiles face up because then the city units show up in the in the higher. And I'm looking at this and thinking like it'd be kind of nice to get this, wouldn't it? Song of Wind my way over here. Fight this guy for a unit. But without the advanced units in the offer, it's not that great. Anyway, so that's my move. I'm trying to figure out if I'm playing another move to explore this tile, and I would like to. I have to do it before this, but obviously it's not like hugely problematic. Do I need this rage? It's kind of good. Wings of Wind to sneak by guys on core tiles is pretty cool. I'd like to keep that. I think I'll just play a Swiftness sideways, or I guess I'm playing it for moves, so I might as well play it not sideways. I think ranged attacks against enemies in core tiles are usually not that great, because you can't... I don't have enough range to like kill one of them, so I'd rather have the big attack and block that rage gives me. And March is better for moving. So, okay. That's enough to flip this, and I have one move left. Okay. Yeah, this is exactly why I say something like Wings of Wind to sneak over here. If I don't want to fight this dragon, I don't have to. Although, I mean, would it be so bad? Not sure. Anyway, so that's all my moving. Now I will conquer this adventure site just by spilling my blood out upon it. Bonk, there you go. That's my 3 blue mana. And we're just going to end the old turn. Get 7 fame. Not enough to level, but error in script. Global unknown error. Well, enjoy debugging that. Lots of helpful diagnostic information. I'll end my turn. Ooh. Cold toughness. Hang on, what kind? Oh, this is a cold fire attack, isn't it? For each ability or color of attack. Is it possible I could block this? I would need 12 block. I mean, this is... It has 5 colors? Right? Yeah, I mean, I could just completely block this. If I could find a way to kill him, that would be good. Well, assuming I had blue mana, I could do that anyway, which I do, motivation. Anyway, your turn. I think I can fight that dragon. Green and blue and this as well. Yeah. I think I can fight him and not take the 4 wounds because cold toughness is bananas. I don't have that much damage. But I guess if I spend a little mana, I would have enough. I mean, fighting a dragon is pretty cool, right? Is it possible I could get to here and still fight him? This mine? That would be really nice. Definitely it's possible. It would cost me some mana and some cards. I mean, okay, let's start by motivating. I mean, whatever we do, I think we're going to fight the guy this turn. So I might as well motivate first and see what's up. Pathfinding. Okay. Good. I think. Yeah, that seems pretty cool. Pathfinding, I don't even have to power to get that far, really, right? Well, right. Because it's basically a move 4 if you're going to move 2 tiles without even having to power it. Now, I could power the pathfinding. My thinking is, okay, suppose at some point I power an ambush. That's 4 move and also like 4 block, right? And then when I play this cold toughness, it'll be 14 block. Like, what an insane card. Even at 10 block, it's insane, right? The other 4 is really coming from ambush. But, right? So that's enough to get me here and fight this guy. Just those 2 cards. I need a little damage, but that's fine. I have rages. Although not as much red mana as I would like. Yeah, actually finding the damage is a little bit tough. It's definitely there, but let's chart out the damage first, maybe, because it looks like I'm gonna have to use red from the source. That's 8. Sorry, 4, 5. And I think I'm blowing my crystal on this. That's the 9 damage to kill him, right? Which means this blue comes from the motivation. This green, I guess, is coming from here. Unless I don't need it, which I think is possible. I think I can just do this, right? Almost. Yeah. Because this is 4 move, reducing everything by 1, but it costs 5 to get here, which is what I want to do. So I think I have to power one of these. Is this really block 10? Ability or color? Yeah, of attack. This guy has a lot. He's a dragon. He has brutality. Here, let's zoom in so you can see what I'm pointing at. Brutality, 2 resists, that's 3. And then 2 colors here of attack is 5. So this really is block 10. I only need 2 more. So ambush unpowered would be plenty, but I still need more move to get there, and even powering ambush wouldn't do it. Playing pathfinding and then playing ambush is also not enough, right? I have to power one of them. So I guess if I'm powering one of them, I might as well save the pathfinding and play the march, right? Or, I mean, okay, I could play all of this, saving the green crystal. Maybe that makes the most sense. Generally speaking, it's better to spend a card than a crystal, because crystals you can save for the right time, and they're like +2. Generally, they're worth 2. Here, of course, it's worth 7, but anyway, so I'll move 6 this way, I guess, and reduce the move cost to only 5. That's enough to get me here. Technically, I guess I could play 2 of them, look here, and then change my mind, but I clearly think I want to get here and fight the dragon. So moving like this has provoked him. Da-da-da-da. Here he comes. And I'll block. This is block 10 plus 2 is 12, which is enough to block even a cold fire attack of strength 6. Then in damage, or in attacks, I'll just play attack 9, and you're defeated. And that should have my reputation, like, pretty much mended from burning down that monastery and taking the mage tower. Yeah, they love me. And I get a skill. I like Frostbridge, but I do already have that other card. The card named Pathfinding. What about skills? I mean, I'm not a fan of Mountain Lore at this time, I don't think. It's a decent move, though. I don't have a lot of wounds. I think I will absolutely take the cold swordsmanship. And we know there's a swamp that we're going to want to go through, right? Maybe the Frostbridge is fine. Plus, I have a Wings of Wind in hand that I'll potentially need some move to power or to make use of. Yeah, plus I want to do some exploring soon. I'll take a Frost Bridge. I should gain a crystal from the mine. You're correct. And I didn't commit yet, but I will take the Cold Swordsmanship. That's what it's called, right? Yeah. So it is a little uncomfortable being within range 2 of Volkare, because if he draws his red spell, he'll attack me, and I'll run away and take 3 wounds. But not a huge problem. Being within range 1 is scarier, because then, like, he has any red card in his deck. There should be, are there still 5 left? Yep. Out of his 23 cards. So I would not like that. If fighting Ice Golems were an amazing play right now, maybe I would do it, but it doesn't look that good. So, instead... Swiftness unpowered, I guess, to explore this tile. Still no cities, eh? I wish I had my swiftness back. Could fight this guy easily, but he's not worth that much. Who cares? Okay. It's looking like I might want to just hop over these guys. In a labyrinth, you fight a dragon. I mean, I think the thing to do is go here. Because I can explore both of these tiles, guaranteed finding one of the 2 cities in at least one of them. Suit up at night by buying some cool stuff. And then head out. I forget, are the cities friendly in this, or are they just really weak? Don't look at what time it is for me. Don't judge me. Delete. Get out of here, you stupid clock. So map, yeah, city tiles, city levels. See the difficulty. Okay, so they are actually. Yeah, level 3. Should be a total pushover. All right. I mean, there's only. It seems like. Well, if I could fight these guys, like, it's not a terrible use of my time. It's not great. They're pretty weak, but it would gain me something. Still, I don't think I want to. I think I want to get to the city, get to the good stuff. So I'll play Frostbridge unpowered for 2 move. And a Promise for 1 more move. Then I'll cast Wings of Wind to move 3 spaces with my 3 move. Come on, pick them up. 1, 2, 3. Well, 1, 2, I guess, ending here. So I can see this before I really commit to moving here, but I'm definitely going to. Okay, surprising no one, I go here. That's my Wings of Wind, and I'll Tranquility away the wound. Go. Done. Gained a crystal from the mine. Oh, I get a crystal from the mine. I'll take red. This mine is one of... Oh, it's any color at all. I only saw the blue and red ones. The green and white kind of blend into the swamp. Is red what I want? It might be white. Hang on. Because I have a mana draw coming up. And a threaten, I think. What else is left in the deck? Not a march. Not a stamina. Not an artifact. Not one of my advanced actions, I don't think. Is mana draw? Shoot, I said I've already forgotten one of the others I have. I mean, I can just look at my deck and shuffle. It's fine. It'll track, you know. Oh, right. I said threaten was one, right? Threaten, mana draw. The last one's blue. Crystallize, yes. Okay. Well, I don't think it matters that much what's in my deck then. It's not going to influence my choice of which crystal to keep. I have some cool red spells, red cards. I do have Wings of Wind. I guess it's important to make sure I can always have access to my spells. I'll grab white. Obviously, it won't matter for this round, for like next round. Yeah. And this time, so previously when all I could do with my turn was crystallize a mana, I said, well, that's not really worth doing. I'll just end the round. In this case, though, I get to do a lot more, right? I get to crystallize 2 mana plus explore a tile, which seems like a good payout. So let's play these 2 cards sideways for move 2 and explore this. It is touching 2 already explored tiles, so that's legal. And it's the city. No, it's not. What am I talking about? So these 2 cards are the cities. I don't think that's required, as I said. I think it is random, but okay. And then I will crystallize powered blue to save some red. And then at end of turn, I'll get another crystal of my choice. Honestly, I think another red might be the way to go. End turn. All right, he's still on the move. I'm going to end the round. Could really stand to get some units. These guys have been fine, but they've just been like attacking 3 each round, which, I mean, it's not nothing. Maybe it blocked once? I don't remember. I mean, anything a unit does is pretty great. Because it's like an extra card in your hand that you can use whenever you want. Anyway, what shall I take? It is now night 2 of 3. Anything I really need right now? That I could preparation for, maybe? Not really. Volkare has left the area. I could, like... Boy, this is a lot of enemies to fight through. I mean, we have quite a while to finish him off. I want to go shopping. What are the advanced units for sale? Fire mages, not available in cities. Sorcerers, also not available in cities. Except the White City, of course, which has everybody. So if we happen to find the White City, that would let us hire those guys. They are both hireable in keeps, though, right? Nope, neither of them are. Mage towers and monasteries. Well, there's a mage tower here, I guess. And also, of course, this gives us access to any unit. There's a mage tower here as well. Maybe I skip the city and just go fight my way through all this stuff that I just finished getting through, and I have to come back like a dummy. It's really tough to move into a keep at night, though. Sorry, into a forest. The keep, which is in the forest, is tough to do at night. Is one of these pathfinding? It is. Okay, that's a big help, actually. No green in the source, but I could use a crystal and then pathfinding would just walk me in. What do I need to fight these guys? Not much, really. I think I'm kind of set. So there's got to be something that preparation would get for me, though. Concentration doesn't make green mana. Maybe something to help me with these guys, actually. I mean, Cold Toughness is already very good at fighting this dragon. Problem is, where's the damage coming from? Oh, I see. It's coming from there. Yeah, I have a bunch of ice attacks to deal with this guy. If I just spend my unit and my skill, he's dead? My unit and my 2 skills, yes. The damage is free. What I need is 2 blue mana, basically. Because I can ice block 5, 6, 7, 8. And then, like, a rage blocks the rest, maybe. So these 2 cards can deal with the dragon. Well, mana draw, I guess, to make the 2 blue mana. So can I use these 3 cards to deal with the guy in the keep? Or do I need one more card? Because if I need one more card, then preparation for it would be helpful. Obviously, I'll be drawing more cards to deal with the dragon, but I think these 3 are especially good. I guess the rage, I mean, I could do without that if I had to. So if I attack you without the help of any units, power a pathfinding, take 2 wounds, then I have enough attack. So I don't really need anything. Maybe I'll just take Tranquility to heal up after taking the wounds from this guy? Yeah, sure. Preparation Tranquility. What a weird play. Hey, he chooses to go after me anyway. Nice. So, pathfinding green crystal. I have 4 moves and everything only costs 2. So I guess I can explore this on the way. Yeah, the green city. I'm not going in there, man. Spend my last 2 move getting here. You don't have any resistances, so I'm not assigning wounds to you. I want to keep all 3 of these cards. I could probably get away with spending rage, but it doesn't even do anything, so I'll just take the 2 wounds from your 2 attacks. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. Wait a minute. I didn't need any extra cards, but this is still a nice card to have. Actually, wait a minute. Could I have saved this green mana? I think I could have. Technically, this is illegal because I gained new information when I explored, and I had to spend this crystal before exploring. But I already had these cards in hand and knew I wasn't going up there, so I think this is fine. I'll play these 2 for my move instead. Ah, no. This isn't enough, because then I can't afford the Explorer. Because it would cost 4 to get into the keep, which would be fine. I have 4. But I still have to spend the green mana. Okay. So you are just dead. I have 2 physical attack and 2 ranged attack. And then I will Tranquility this away. I could spend another green crystal getting rid of a wound. Is that good? I think... I mean... Also, I could spend the white mana. Yeah, maybe that's the way to go. I was hoping to save mana draw, but worst case, I have to spend like a motivation token or something. So what I'll do is actually mana draw for green and do this, right? So I take the 2 wounds, but immediately heal them. And I make use of mana from the source. I lose mana draw, but I'm guaranteed to have access to 2 blue next turn anyway, which is all I really need. Okay, yeah, that's a fine attack, I guess, or combat. Losing the 2 reputation right before my big shopping spree is a bit sad. Could I get, like, some shopping skills, by the way? I'm not very good at it. Okay, there's promise. Good enough. He re-rolled the green. No. He re-rolled the black. Nice. So, if I can... I can't really shop very effectively because there's no white available. I need 2 blue mana to deal with the dragon, and this is an okay hand for doing it. Gonna need to fight this guy anyway. I might do best to include him in the combat, but I don't think so. I could go shopping first. These units are not super duper expensive. I'd like to buy the fire mages before he takes them. Costs 9 though, and I'm gonna need multiple influence skills to get any of these guys, I think. And then I'll try to pick up the other ones from this adventure site. What's it called? Adventure site is like a very general term. These are ruins, I think? Which has either an enemy or an altar? Yeah, ruins. Enemies, yep. So this is where I'd like to pick up the other enemy, because I'm better at fighting than at smooth talking. Alright, let's just fight this guy. I don't need any of these stupid units yet. So the blocks we sort of already determined. Am I going to use my crystal here or my motivation? I guess technically I should have decided that first before I challenge this guy. Oh, also doing this first is going to get me some influence or some reputation. It'll help me with shopping, now that I think of it. Ah, and if I can fight this guy as well at the same time, I'll have even more. That'll make it easier to hire people. But I probably don't want to do all that, right? I think it's okay to spend a turn. So, I don't know, though. Let's motivation. Maybe I'll just fight both of these guys, and that'll be an excuse to motivate. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty nice, I think. Because this can make blue mana without having to spend a crystal if I want. Actually... So I need... We said... How much ice block is cold toughness? It's 5, 6, 7, 8. So I could concentrate on it, and then it would fully block. Like this. Then use the other blue to ice attack 4. Then this is 2, but so this is ice attack 6 against him. And then like a rage kills, right? Yeah. That makes sense. Because that lets me include this guy and save a turn. It cost me a white mana, but that's okay. I'm prepared to pay that price, I guess. So this is ranged attack 5 against this guy. Which seems good. And let's just make sure we're blocking this guy correctly. It's Ice Block 7 plus 3 is Ice Block 10, deals with all this. 4, 6 Ice Attack, piercing all his vulnerabilities, or his resistances, plus 2 more, which is resistant, so it's only effectively 1. But that's enough to get to 7. Shoot this guy down. Okay. I lost a white mana, which is sad because I have this in hand that I hope to use soon, but even unpowered, it's nice. I'll gain 3 reputation. Nice. And here's all the mana I could ever want if I need it. No red available. There is white. Okay. Now, it's not the case that Blood Ritual, like, it's always worth spending a crystal on. If you have access to red non-crystal mana, spending it here, I think, is always correct. At the moment, I don't. Alright, we definitely want to go shopping. And I want to buy the Fire Mages. I might not bother trying to buy the other guys. My reputation bonus is 2, so it only costs 7 to get this. Which is pretty easy to come by with access to white mana, right? I mean, that's 4. 5, 6. 7? And this way I don't really have the tools to get the sorcerers, but I can claim them as my reward for fighting this, which is what I'm better at anyway, right? And the Fire Mages will help. I could take the sorcerers instead, but the Fire Mages are at risk of being stolen by Volkare, so I think this is the better choice. Oh, they're not available here! Neither of them is available here. What? I forgot. Thank you for the reminder. Shoot. They're available here. I figured this out earlier, but then No, I figured out they weren't available at cities. I didn't go further to see they're not at keeps either. What the hell? Okay, well, this is kind of a lame turn. I'll just pick up some swordsmen, I guess. They're not great, but, you know. I remember I read someone wrote a long series of long articles about Mage Knight, which was, I think it was called Too Many Words About Mage Knight. Is that correct? Yes, exactly. And it's like 11 articles or something. It's unbelievably long. But there's one phrase in there that I've used a few times in my videos that, I thought this would be such a unique phrase. That's weird. Mage Knight, too many words Too many words about Mage Knight. Yeah, okay. This is so stupid. Why am I doing this on camera? You just have to live with it. The phrase that he used for Udom Swordsman was barely sentient hand grenade, I believe. That's what he called them. But I guess not, because I can't... Excuse me, not he. The author, he or she or whatever. So if I look... Now I gotta find it. What? Hello? Why can't I search? The click? There we go. So if we look at this site, taogaming.wordpress.com, swordsman. Yeah, it's like I got the phrase exactly right, and Google could not find it. What? Until okay. This is in his the author's review of units, basically. The ability to attack block 3 or attack block 6 is powerful. Yes, that means they are one-shots. Consider these guys barely sentient hand grenades, and if you get more than one use out of them, great. It's worth a chuckle. And I think I'm just going to hang on to the rest of this, and I don't know. I mean, could play the threaten sideways just to cycle it, but I think I would rather play it as a move or something on my way here, right? End turn. I think it is worth spending a turn picking up a unit, even if they're a bad unit. Okay. So, I need to move 4. I don't have easy access to red mana, but I could get some. And Blood Ritual would be nice for all this other stuff. Well, the only mana in the source that's relevant is green and blue. And both of those I can only power moves with, so I guess I'll just take a green. Move 4. And this is kind of a scary fight, but I don't want to move here and then move back onto this wasteland, do I? I guess 6 move could get me to this fight this turn, if I did here and then here. Is that what I want, do you think? How easy is it to handle those guys? I mean... I would need block 4, which I assume is not that hard to manage. And then just throw... There, what, 4? Yeah. 2, 4... Yeah, certainly I could do it. But I'd like to get through this on the way. The question is just whether I really think I can handle this fight. Wait, why is it? Oh, I picked up the thing. I want to pick up my... Yeah, whether I can handle this fight without having picked up another unit yet. If I go here, I'll have this unit for this fight. And this is going to be a harder fight, so I think I would like to have fire mages, right? On the other hand, fire mages here would be really nice, too. Just like fire attack 6, completely ice these idiots. No, I don't have motivation. I think with the swordsman, I'll probably be fine here. And they're expendable. So let's take this fight. Could turn out badly, but also probably not. This is only 3 wounds if I let him hit me. No problem. Although the wound here is a little annoying. And then I'll have to muster up 9 damage, which should be simple enough. I have 4 right here, right? So maybe... Is there anything I could afford to block? No, it's basically impossible. I need 12 block or 8 block to stop like a couple wounds. Just not at all worth thinking about. So I'll take 3. And then for 9 damage, I mean, right? That's 4. I don't actually have to throw the hand grenade at them. I can keep this. That's 7. 9? And I don't end up having much to do with the blood ritual. The wounds in my hand are a little bit upsetting. I'm gonna like have to rest them away, I think. Still, a solid combat, and I get the fire mages. Yes, normally not available, but this time it was on purpose. Thanks for the reminder anyway. They're fire resistant, which isn't terribly relevant at the moment. Alright, end turn and level up. What do I get? A skill and advantage. I know it tells me here, but I like don't read that. Any heals? No. Ice shield is okay. Counterattack in principle could be good against Volkare because there's a lot of enemies to block. But in practice, it's sort of hard to I don't know. I'm Tovak. I do have some blocks, I guess. Maybe it could be good. I don't think I need chivalry, really. Oh, I'd like this one back. A circlet could do it, I guess. Nothing with healing. Whose are these, by the way? They're like not Krang, but I don't know. It doesn't tell me which hero he's using, does it? I don't know. Is that Krang? I don't remember what all the heroes are. There's Krang and there's like, I guess it must be, right? Anyway. Yeah, just ways to play cards sideways more effectively. I really like Spirit Guides, honestly. I mean, I don't know. It's the one I've used with Circlet every time. That must mean something, right? An Ice Block 3 wouldn't be terrible. If we take one of these, one of the Krang skills instead of one of our own skills, we will be forced to take Ice Shield instead of one of the others. I do kind of like Counterattack, though. It's so much damage. Yeah. I don't like using no mana from the source. I mean, these both, I hate these skills. I don't know. I mean, I guess this is fine. You play cards sideways for 2 often enough. For 1 often enough that like doing it for 2 would be pretty cool, actually. I think I'm more likely to play an advanced action sideways than I am to spend no mana from the source. Especially with like Blood Ritual in hand at a time I don't need mana. So I guess I'll do that and take the counterattack. Alright. We're going to have to rest here. Oh, actually, if I'm resting, maybe I should have crystallized something? How did that combat go? Did I use a crystal on that? I think I used a crystal earlier, right? Not in this fight. I used it, like, on the dragon or something. What are my last few cards that I... Oh, well. I give up. I want to rest these wounds away, I'm fairly sure. And I don't think I especially need the red token, or the red crystal from Blood Ritual. But I guess... no, I don't have access. I probably should take the red crystal, right? Just like, because I'm resting anyway. Just adding a wound to my deck for later is not a huge cost. So I'll take a wound, gain a red crystal, and a black token. And then I'll rest. Choosing black because I don't really care what it is. I mean, I don't know. I guess I could gain a red if I wanted to buy the sorcerer. No, I'm not at I'm not here yet. Actually, can I kill these guys now? Maybe I should do that before resting. Hang on. Put this back. Put this back. Ooh, does it actually... Oh, that is a nice improvement. Thank you. I noticed it was easier to put the mana back earlier, but I didn't connect that. The big problem with Mana Crystal, these mana things, it was so... You often, like, I would pick these up and, like, I would put it back and it, like, would fall onto the... These are basically bags, right? So you pick this up and you put it back in the bag and it disappears. But if you accidentally put it back over, like, the wrong bag, it would, like, just fall on it and there'd be, like, a crystal sitting here. It looks like in one of the recent updates, it was changed so if you drop any mana in this mana area, it just vanishes, which is definitely an improvement. Having to slot it in to fall exactly here when perspective is kind of weird, that was sometimes annoying. So yeah, I have the fire mages, right? And this can make red mana. So... Like, where's my block? Is it here? I don't like that. Maybe I shouldn't have played my rage in that last fight. Should have saved it for this. I don't know. I don't even remember the last fight. I probably... Definitely not enough to rewind it, but not even enough to judge whether I made a mistake or not. Blue and green in the source, so I could power a stamina. To come here. And it's... Yeah. I don't have a very good way to block 4, right? The main way is to power the fire mages, which is a little disappointing. But it's fine. So what I'll do is... Actually, wait, do I have enough damage if I do that? Yeah, I do. It's a little awkward, but... So this is... I should take a wound, I should gain a red crystal, and I should gain a white token. I'll spend a red crystal, sadly. Fire blocking 6. That takes care of all this attack. I could also just assign the wound to the swordsman. Get a second use out of them after all, in a way. I guess. It seems a little cruel. I think they're worth a crystal to keep alive for next round. So now we've blocked, and I need 8 damage to get through their physical resistant 4 armor. This is 2, 4, 7, 9. Oh, whoops, this is the wrong skill. 2, 4, 7, 9. I mean, was it really that good to use the blood ritual this way? If I had spent a red crystal on Blood Ritual, I'd have 3 mana tokens. I guess the main thing I could do is I could turn this red mana into white mana by doing that. So, okay, let's try that. So I looked like this. I had 1 fewer wound, but I'm definitely taking the wound, so I'll just leave it there. I didn't have this token. So if I spend a red crystal here, I get access to 3 mana. I choose red, white, and white, I think. Then I'll crystallize the white using the bottom. You may pay 1 mana of a basic color. I choose white to put white here. Then I spend the red here to block and the white here to attack. And the net effect of this is that I've turned a red crystal into a white one compared to the other line. Which, I mean, I do have a threaten that I'm about to want to use, but I have a white spell that it's nice to make sure I'm stocked up on. Oh, I guess I should look at the shop. Call to Arms and Call to Glory, huh? I don't still have mana draw, do I? Correct. So it's going to be tough to get access to black mana for Call to Glory, and I want to just buy the unit anyway, right? Yeah, okay. I'm getting a spell here. Is it any good? Mana Bolt is fun. I don't know if I have that much mana. Call to Arms is fine. Mistform also fine, although I've taken a lot of move abilities. He's not that hard to catch up with. And my Wings of Wind is still in deck. So I think that's enough. I'm not absolutely loaded with mana, but I think I'm doing pretty well. Mana Bolt should be okay. Yeah, let's take the Mana Bolt. It'll be fun. I have gained my Site Conquest rewards, yes. Missed me. And what is this doing here? I don't know. Somehow these two got mixed up. Maybe I didn't. I put it back. I probably put it back in the wrong place or something. Yeah, this looks like a pretty clear rest, right? There's no red in the source, so it would be pretty bad to try to go shopping right now. Okay, that's my turn. Discard this and rest. No other actions. All right. So we want to go shopping, right? Yes, definitely. I have lots of great cards for doing it. Oh, what's the new spell? Burning Shield. That's not bad, especially with counterattack. The important thing is to get the sorcerers, of course. Units are great. I'd like to save the Frostbridge for getting out of this hellish swamp. No real way to get red mana. Well, I could crystallize a blue into red and then spend the crystal, but I could equally just spend the crystal I already have. I guess that would be a way to make use of some mana in the source, which I currently don't have. I could use crystallize as basically +2. Counterattack is also 2 influence, if I, or 3 influence if I play it sideways because of what is this? I don't give a damn? Yeah. So that's kind of nice. Yeah. Let's go shopping for the turn, I suppose. And influence 3, 4, 5. How much do I actually need? My bonus is 1. These guys cost 9, so I need 8. This is 5. Well, this is 3. Make a red crystal. Spend the red crystal. Lose a reputation. But this is now 3, 8. Plus my existing 1 reputation bonus. I don't think it's worth spending an instinct to save the crystal, is it? Maybe it is, actually. Hang on. This is 3, 4, 5. Oh, the problem is it would need, like, instinct and then some. Yeah, that's the issue. All right, so this gets value out of crystal. Well, right. I could play crystallize sideways as well instead, I think. Could I? Hang on. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So I could play the crystallize sideways, but that would involve also playing the instinct. So I guess it's... I could play the instinct to save myself 1 reputation, and that's a horrible trade. I'm going to keep the instinct. So this makes a crystal. I spend the crystal. 3, 8, plus my 1 reputation bonus is 9. And I get the sorcerers. And end my turn. This stuff's all looking good for the future. Out of cards. So I can't do that much more this round. I could buy a spell, maybe. And sorcerers have some nice resists, I guess. I could also just swoop down on Volkare, I guess. I'd like to do a little bit more leveling up, right? It's going to be a while before he gets the exit. But, I don't know. It sort of feels like I should just close it out, win the game. My setup is pretty good right now. I have 4 units. Obviously, I don't want to fight him tonight, but I could fight him in the morning. I have 4 units. Pretty solid cards, not that many wounds. What can I do with sorcerers today, though? I guess that's the thing I should be looking at. Go here? I would love some more mana. And Frostbridge makes it super easy to get there. Just blue mana just sitting there. Yeah, that seems... I mean, I should be able to handle these 2 idiots, right? Okay, great. Looks like a good turn. So, Frostbridge, powered. Move 4, and swamps only cost 1 instead of 4. Anything else I can do with my spare move? Not really. Oh, these aren't swamps. These are wastelands. This is a swamp. Hang on. That's less good. It's still probably fine. plenty of damage. So I can Wings of Wind over there. To, like, it's right, but I don't have white, so it'd be pretty wasteful. So I'm thinking I might power the ambush and then play my 2 blue moves unpowered. But that seems bad. It would give me access. It would mean my circle could use any skill, whatever seems appropriate once I discover the enemies, right? But like using my circlet to get 2 move and 2 block seems pretty cool. And it saves me a card I can play sideways, which might be useful. Downside, Wings of Night. If I use black mana from the source on Wings of Night, I could just completely ignore all these guys' attacks, and then all I need to do is come up with... I mean, but I have so much range damage, and these are green enemies. There's nothing you really need to worry about. The problem with Ambush is that it combines sort of badly with Spirit Guides, because they're both going to combine to give me one gigantic block. Whereas usually you want Ambush for bigger attacks. But I guess I did say I have plenty of attack damage, right? So maybe powering the Ambush and playing Spirit Guides is fine. It's blocking +6. I mean, that's way too much. I mean, it doesn't seem like there's much else to do, though. Here we go. Let's move 4. And then I'll Spirit Guides for 2 more. Yeah, I mean, there's some other stuff here that might be okay, but... And then this is another 2 more. So that's 8 move. Gets me here. I could, I guess, pass a turn and not fight these guys right now, but it would save me a little mana. Maybe. But the mana in the source sucks anyway. I'm just going to YOLO it. Also, my deck is empty. I'm not drawing any more gas. Hang on. I think this is enough damage to kill 2 green enemies. Now is it, if you flip, yeah, it's so clever. I love that. If you flip it, you're telling the mod, I didn't defeat this guy. I defeated just this one, for example. And it knows, oh, if you didn't defeat all the enemies, it flips this. I just love that. That's so cute. Anyway, so what do we have here? Yeah, basically no problem. Now, sorcerers, if I pay them a green mana, they can just kill this guy at range, right? That's certainly one option. I could almost kill them at range without spending any mana, but I guess I can't, and then dealing with this attack gets a little unpleasant. So, sure. You can have a green mana. This enemy loses resistances, ranged attack 3, you're dead. Now this does not trigger ambush, because ambush is your first attack card, or first block card. So, yeah, the ambush effect is going to be completely wasted, sadly. Oh well. Where am I going after this? I mean, I guess I'm ending the round, right? So all I have is a Wings of Wind. And that can't really go anywhere by itself. I have enough damage to finish this guy with just skills, so all I have to do is block. And there are 2 different attacks to block. The best I can do is play 2 cards to block them each, right? None of my units have physical resist. So just any 2 cards, basically. Am I going to go through swamps or anything like that? Yeah, actually. This card might actually be useful to hang on to. So I can get to here and then plow through the keep on the way to the portal. Sure. So I'll play this for block. Well, let's get fancy, I guess. Play this sideways. Activating, I don't give a damn. This is block 3. Plus 4 from ambush is 7. Plus 2 from the 2 activations of Spirit Guides is 9. So block 9 against this attack 1. And then block 2 against the other attack 1. You can't combine a single large block effect across multiple attacks. You have to block each attack completely separately. So there you go. We got him. And I do get the reward, which is very exciting. This is exactly, the reason that coming here was good. I mean, big surprise, right? The reward for the fight is the reason I wanted the fight. Nobody's surprised to hear that, of course. But, the fame for fighting the enemies is also a consideration. But here, of course, I just love it when my inventory looks like this. When I usually it's better if I have a couple more crystals, but eight crystals, I'm unstoppable, man. Anyway, that's the combat. End turn. I have gained the rewards. My hand size should be 6. That sounds right. Volkare, you can go. Moved white. Now, it is a bit sad to spend a turn doing almost nothing, but it's not really nothing, right? Making this move even during the day would be pretty expensive, and I think doing it now, it would cost me like 9 move, basically, to get here. To get adjacent to the keep. And I think adjacent to the keep is where I want to be. So I'm okay with spending a turn on it at night, even though that's all I'm doing. I'm going to Frost Bridge. Move 4. Lakes and swamps cost 1. Well, 2, 3, 4. That's like 12 move worth of stuff. Which would have only been, as I say, 9 in the morning. But alright, now we're next to the keep. We can get in there next turn and maybe get a better unit. Or even just get some hand size and some fame. On my way to Volkare. He's moving. He's uncomfortably close here, actually. Okay. Yeah, I forfeited my turn, correct. Remove this. It's day 3. I believe I should get to see who's at the keep first, right? Okay, some barely sentient hand grenades. Haha. I mean, I don't really need a great start. I think I just want to make Volkare take fewer turns, right? Oh, who's for sale at the keep? Amatep Gunners, basically. I mean, the golems aren't bad either. So, March Swiftness moves 4, I guess. get into the keep. How's his deck looking, by the way? 12 cards, 4 wounds. So most of the time he's drawing... I mean, I gotta get going, man. I have a bunch of moves. Is it possible I should just ignore this keep and go like here and get the fight going? How important is it really to gain a little bit of fame? This won't be enough to level, and then get the Amatep Gunners. Maybe it's just bad. Because I think I'm strong enough to fight him. I need to make sure I get there before he escapes. I think I'm going to change my mind about attacking this keep. So we didn't defeat him, and we won't lose a rep. Give me these cards back. I could put this back, but the model, when I say I don't defeat him, there won't be any downside from me doing this. So I'm just going to go here. I am here. And walk. I mean, it would be really nice to get there. What mana do I have? Blue and green and stuff? Okay, so green here. How 3, 6, 8, 10 would get me here. 11 would get me there. Which would be kind of nice. The Glade, right? Start with some gold mana, but I already have tons of mana. So let's assume I don't need the Glade that badly. These swiftnesses are actually good against Volkare. Because his units are not fortified and he has a bunch of little dudes you could snipe off. But I just want to make a bunch of moves. This is 8. We said it's 10. Well, I don't give a damn about this card, that's for sure. And I think mana draw is fine to save. So 3, 6, 8, 10. I mean, fight me if that's what you're going to do. Wait, what is the tile he's on, by the way? A swamp? It's going to cost so much move to fight him. Maybe I don't want to move that far that fast. I want to wait for him to get a little closer. I mean, it looks a little stressful, but I think I have enough time maybe to fight these guys. Right? What? Oh, no, that's incorrect. I moved myself onto a keep a second time, and so it drew another guy for me, but I'm just going back. Okay, I'm not assaulting a second keep. This guy, I mean, get out of here. Hopefully the mod isn't upset that it can't find... I mean, I think it'll get a little bit upset about that. You know what? Let's leave it out. I'll just have it be. I expect it'll look for the object with the that it put out here. Maybe not. It'll just look for all objects in my area and clean them up. Who knows? Anyway, this guy's not especially hard to fight, right? Like, I have 3 damage just sitting here. So the main issue is coming up with a little bit of block. I don't really want to blow up the swordsman here. I mean, I kind of do, because I just want to, like, buy Amatep Gunners to replace them. But I'm not sure that I'll have time to get the Amatep Gunners. I'm probably going to feel pretty nervous and want to get a move on, right? Yeah, I think I'll just chuck the swordsman at the swordsman to block 6. That's fully blocked. And, you know, if I don't get to use the swordsman, then I don't get to use the swordsman. This is one 3. The thing is, if I'm shopping, I want to keep this card. If I'm not shopping, I want to keep... I mean, I kind of want to keep all the rest of this. Let's say I don't need the mana draw. It's nice to make mana, but I'm fairly loaded anyway, right? So that's 5 attack. 1, 3, 5. Okay. Oh, not lose 3. Lose 1. I did an incorrect adjustment for one of these things. All right. Let's see. Did it succeed at giving me ownership of this keep? Yes. Did it do it twice, I wonder? Nah, the other one was face down, so... Just out of curiosity, though. Yeah, there's only one shield there. Okay. Alright, Volkare, if you could chill out a little while, that would be nice. Nope! Green spell! Oh my god. At least it was a green spell. And not blue or white. That would have been putting him here. Well, I don't know. He's easier to fight when he's here, but he's further from the portal, and that's sort of what's important. So how does he react when he's... Like, if he draws... I know if he's standing here and he draws green, he'll move towards the portal. If he's standing here and he draws green, does he go this way? Or does he say, wait a minute, that's not moving me closer to the portal? I don't think he does, because from here to here also wasn't moving him closer to the portal. Well, let's have a look. We have the scenario book open over here, right? Volkare. Ah! No, I didn't want to rotate that. Volkare's figure, Volkare's turn. When a non-wound, okay. Ignores terrains, he moves in all cases. If his move would lead him off the map, move him one space closer to the portal. Yeah. Cool. And he has like 1 spell left, is that right? No, 0 spells. He's used all his spells. Okay. So he's going to move fairly often. I don't know, racing down here does not seem like very enjoyable. But I'm so far away, like, can I really afford to buy the Gunners? I don't think I should. How many of his cards are red? 3. So he's somewhat likely to pound me if I end a turn next to him, I guess. Be kind of disappointing. God, it is so nice to get rid of these swordsmen and get a solid unit, though. Ranged fire 6 just, like, annihilates him. And it's not that hard to do. Right? If I just, like, bloop bloop. I need, what, 8? My reputation bonus is 0. A little annoying. This gets use out of my white mana, and then... I guess? That's 8? I think I'm going to do it. Let's see. This should not get deleted. This should. It's a little risky, but I have a lot of cards from being next to the keep. He moved blue. Okay. So 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 8. 11 to get here. Seems like the way to go. You don't want to let him get to the portal. I forget. He still rests. Does he ever rest when he's at the portal? Or okay. Okay. If Volkare is already on the portal, revealing a move means he wins. So if he rests in the portal, he doesn't necessarily go in right away. But it would be a risk, right, obviously. Because he's more likely than not to move. I think I want to just end here, though. If he's on the portal, I can delay him, I guess. And it'll be a nice, like, start. I don't know. Getting here is better, right? Because then I can attack him whether or not he moves onto the portal. It's just the downside would be if he happens to draw a red card, he would attack me. And he has quite a few of those. In fact, only 3 of his cards move him into the portal. Wait, does a red count as winning on if he's on the portal? No, he still looks for fights while he's on the portal, apparently. Okay. Well, colors of mana here suck. I'd like to save the Blood Ritual if I can. Because I have Mana Bolt in hand, which is gross. And all these effects that want mana. I think I could easily spend a big chunk of this. Like, right? I could spend 2 red here, plus red here, right? Like, there's so much I want. So I think we just try to move as much as we can. Which looks like that, right? I would love to save these ranged attacks. But I already have a ton of ranged attacks from units. I think I just need to make sure I get enough move. So what is this, 10? I think that's good enough, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, well, I'd like to get here. I don't know. Yeah, this is exactly enough move to get here. I think that's a good enough turn. It's just so risky to let him move onto the portal, but he might not. He probably won't. And then I'll keep all this. I'm not using my skills. End turn. You go. Oh yeah, I get a lot fewer cards this now that I'm not next to a keep, huh? Whoops. Sad. He looked for a fight. So, yeah, if I'd ended my turn here, I would have taken, I think it's like 4 wounds. I think you take, like, in round 1, in day or night 1, you take 2 wounds, and it's 3 or 4 in later days. Player attacked by Volkare. Retreat. Yeah, it would have been 4 wounds. So, you know, I mean, I could have rested those off, obviously. But it's still nice not to have taken them. And, I mean, I don't know. Do we just charge in there? What's left in my deck? I have motivation, right? So I could hit some fairly cool stuff. But also I could rest this off. I don't know. There's actually several wounds remain, right? 3? Yeah, I guess I'll just get in there. What happens if you concentrate on ambush? You only get extra move. You don't get extra of whatever else you're doing. Okay. So, let us... I don't want a Power Blood Ritual yet, because I don't know what color of mana I need. So this, I guess, is a case where... No. I have access to red mana, and I'm planning to play Blood Ritual. But it's not right to power the Blood Ritual, because it's not right to play it at all. Basically. But, you know, if I were to play Blood Ritual, I guess it would be best to power it with the gold mana. I mean, can't I just gain 3 gold crystals? Gold tokens, right? It says including non-basic. It means you missed the crystallize, but obviously I don't think I'm crystallizing anything today. Yeah, I guess that is right. Okay. So I'll take a wound, and I'll gain 3 gold tokens. I'll spend one of them ambushing to get a move 2/4. All right, here's his units. Wow. A lot of resistances you got there, huh? Ranged Fire 6 seems unbelievably great. Yeah, there's numerous cool things I can do here. Oh, Mana Bolt. Yeah. And this increases my Mana Bolt by 2. All right. So it means I have ranged ice 8, basically, right? I think that's what I want. There's so many guys with resistances, man. Fortunately, it's fine. So, oh, we threw him here and all the enemies here. It seems like he would make more sense there. What the hell? I got 2 of them. All right, well, this one was on top. I'll consider that the actual attack he's applying. I don't think I picked my dude up and put him down twice. Maybe I did. Sorry. I guess I should motivate before I do anything else. Should have done that before combat, really. Yeah, not so hot, huh? Well, I guess this is an advanced action card that I can play sideways for I don't give a damn. So it's worth 3. All right, so, I mean, it seems pretty good to... It's going to be a bit of a nightmare to organize. That's Volkare fights for you. I have this blue just lying here. I'll put that on Mana Bolt. And I'll also pay white. So this is now ranged ice 8 because of ambush. So that's just going to one-shot the Ultimate Mages, right? These guys still require some consideration. It's too bad this is only size 1. If it were 2, it would be a lot more helpful because I could ranged fire 6 these guys and then finish them with this. Now it's sort of hard to take them out. Obviously, I can use both of these guys to range somebody down, but I don't want to spend my 2 powerful units on that. And I could use this guy, of course. Oh, can he, like, shrug off any of these attacks? No, of course not. But I guess because of the fire resistances between these two. This guy will soak up 8 fire damage before he takes a single wound. And then there'd be just 1 left, which I could assign to the sorcerers for free. So I can kind of ignore this damage, as long as I use this guy before the blocks phase. Which means using him for a ranged attack 3. Well, in that case, maybe I do just combine him with this to shoot this guy down. Okay. So spend a red to get this guy's ranged fire, but no red to get this guy's smaller ranged fire. That kills you. We don't have to worry about the blocks here. And then I'm not going to have to worry about this guy's damage, because he'll just knock out the fire mages. Remember, this one doesn't exist. So how many wounds am I currently looking at if I just took everything? I guess I can also assign wounds here, since this guy no longer matters. Just ignore 1. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds. I took 1 already from Blood Ritual, and if I take 6 wounds, I'll be knocked out. So I don't want to take all of this. But it's not hard to avoid taking all of it either. I still have this gold token lying around. I think I'll just play a Pathfinding Sideways, I don't give a damn, for block 3. That makes sense. Oh, hang on, sorcerers have a ranged attack, which I certainly want to use, right? But maybe making this guy lose his resistances. No, I can hit him with the northern. Well, I want the northern monks to hit this guy. Yeah, making this guy lose his resistances is going to be better. And I can't kill him in ranged attacks, so I want to do it now. Well, hang on, I don't need to do this. What am I thinking? We said this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds, which is too many because I already took 1. But I also said I don't need these guys. I've spent them already. So let's have the golems wound my Amatep gunners. This guy, I assign the damage to fire mages. It soaks up 8 of his fire attack before he gets wounded. And there's still 1 damage left, which I assign to the sorcerers, who ignore it. Now, these guys are still alive, but they've already attacked. The rest of this I'll take. 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds. Okay. Now the damage I still have to deal. Is this really the only guy I killed at range? It feels a little bad. Okay, well, let's do some easy things here. Let's play a Powered Rage on you. So you're dead. Well, actually, hang on, that might be bad. That probably is bad, in fact. Because then I'm not getting value out of concentration. And I can group these up into bigger attacks, so the concentration will be useful that way. Let's see. Yeah. Let's pay you a blue mana to ice attack 4 here. Another ice attack 2. We've used this trick on the other fire dragon in the deck. I just need 2 damage somehow. Sideways Pathfinding feels a little bad. But there, that all kills this guy. these 3 remain. And I have to muster up, what, 9, 12 damage? Not sure if I'm there or not. 6, 9. I think I'm 1 short. There's probably a better way to do this somehow. I mean, it's fine if, like, I don't kill him this turn, sort of. Problem is, I don't want to play my whole hand because I'm going to need to rest next turn to finish him off. And it's really bad to rest with a handful of wounds, or just have a handful of wounds in general. I could have motivated post-combat to avoid the problem, I guess. But now I'm left not being able to concentrate the rage after all. Okay, so this is all dead. Yeah, it's the inefficiency of these 2 attacks to kill this guy, I think, is what I somehow could have avoided. Maybe, is there something here where, like, I guess, hang on. No, I could play the Rage unpowered as 2 damage, and then I'd have 3 damage for pathfinding. But Rage is like 4 damage, so that's just wrong. Yeah, so, okay. I'll pay you a green. And I'll just, this gold, I can crystallize to any of these colors, basically, if I need it back. To do 3 damage to you and make you lose your physical resist. Then I can power this Rage. And I have 7 damage. 8 damage, right? Oh, I'm not close. I thought I was closer than I am to killing him. 8 damage. You have no resists, so I guess I kill you 2. Oh, right. And if I concentrated, it would be 10 damage. But I'm still 2 short. 3, and... Okay. So this guy lives. And I guess this is the end of my turn. 2 level ups. Volkare's going to take a break turn. Yeah, I guess this is alright. I should retreat to a safe space. I agree. This is where I came from, so I have to go here. I get a skill token and an advanced action. Any heals here? No heals? The move 2, I mean, that saves me a whole card, basically. I don't need blocks for this fight anymore. Yeah. Stout Resolve, I guess, in case I need one of these wounds. I mean, we already know that, like, any attack wins. Oh, and I actually didn't remember to crystallize the gold mana. Let's keep, I don't know, green, because I have no, I'm playing Concentrate. Let's keep... Well, we know I was getting a level up, so let's keep one of these colors. White, because extra points. There we go. And an advanced action, or a skill. I mean, these all suck. I'll take the move. Actually, wait a minute. Is this enough to win without having to rest? I just realized? No, because this is only for 2, right? But that's enough now. Yeah, I don't have to give him a turn if I don't want to. Because what I could... The obvious thing to do here is rest, dump all these wounds, draw a fresh hand, and go at him again. But if I do that, he has some non-small chance, right, of... He has 3 cards that would move him onto the portal attacking me, and I would take 4 more wounds. So a third of the time I take 4 wounds. Whereas if I attack him, I'm, like, definitely taking, I mean, 3 wounds, but winning. If he was onto the portal, I mean, that's fine. I'll take the wounds, and I probably won't take very many in the combat. So here's my turn. I'll discard a card and rest. Yeah, he passes. Great. All right, and now we conclude the festivities by moving on to Volkare. Okay. I mean, surely this is laughably easy somehow, right? Yeah. I only need like 1 card. Blue and white are in the source, so no red. Sadly, nothing to Tranquility. Any of these especially useful if I took them twice? I mean, yeah, Circlet blocks Volkare, right? Yeah, that's the line, I guess. Because none of these heal. Okay. So Circlet on Shield Mastery to block 6, blocking Volkare. Cold Toughness to Ice block 3, blocking this guy. Counterattack. I block 2 enemies. This attacks 6. You are toast, my friend. Oh, I can use Tranquility, actually, because I can heal my units. But they're too big. I don't have heal 3, so it cannot be done. Alright, well, that'll do it. That's the game. Retreated to a safe space. I won the game. Error in function. Attempt to index a nil value. Don't you know you shouldn't index nil values? Come on. Alright, so we got this guy. He's dead. It's confused about where Volkare is standing, maybe? Nope. Just doesn't... Maybe. Cool. But anyway, we're not retreating because he's dead. Okay. Drew a new error? Or is... Yep, I think so. Volkare isn't included in the final round of turns. Oh, do I get one? I guess I do. Yeah, I'm used to Volkare's return, where when he attacks you, you spend your turn blocking and you don't get another return. Alright, well, I mean, I could Tranquility to improve my score a little bit by getting rid of some wounds. Could I, like, go pick up a unit or something? Ooh, could I go shopping? Could I heal more wounds here? I think so. So play... Oh my god. The nil values, they're everywhere, man. Move 4. Wings of Wind. I don't give a damn for influence. That's 3. Which gets rid of this. And Tranquility to heal this one, I guess. Actually, now that I look at it, my spare mana crystal isn't doing anything. Maybe I don't heal this yet. This is 3 influence, which is 1 healing. I can power or Tranquility. I have 3 healing. What's the best thing to spend it on? This is 3 points. These are... Okay, well, clearing those is 4 points, so I guess this is fine. I don't need to power it after all. Okay. Yeah, game over. I guess? Shouldn't I have a final round of turns? I don't know. It doesn't... It seems like it doesn't want me to. But it told me I would have a final round of turns. I don't know. Let's look at the score. Nope. The score. It's more, yeah, more colorful here. So score is 179. I don't know. Is that good? Who knows? What did I accomplish? A lot of fame. Okay loot. I had some sad units. Did a lot of conquering. Went to some ruins. Beat Volkare. A lot of time left. Sort of? Yeah. Okay, I mean, not an incredible Volkare score, I'm sure, but this was kind of a chill Mage Knight game. That was my goal. And it got down to a bit of a race at the end. I pushed things a little bit uncomfortably, but as predicted, it turned out fine. Hope you guys enjoyed, and hope Tough Luck got some useful feedback on how well the new features are working. Some of them were nice. Some of them attempted to index nil values. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.